Okay, next important topic and interesting also, it is imperfections or defects in solids. Imperfections, not having any perfection. So imperfections or defects in solids. Now I'll consider a crystalline solid where the constituent particles are orderly arranged like this. Maybe these are all ions, or it may be an atoms or even molecules also. Okay, this is a crystalline solid where we can see the regular pattern of arrangement of the constituent particles. Now, due to some reasons, if I delete or any one of the constituent particle disappears from the crystal, any one of the particle. Now, so this is initially I took crystalline solid. What I did here is I deleted one of the constituent particle from the lattice site. Now we cannot say that this is a perfectly ordered crystal because there is a defect. Okay, there is a defect in it. There is an imperfection. There is no regular pattern is there now. So what do you mean by imperfection or a defects in solids? So defects are the deviations or irregularities observed around an ion or around a particular atom. If there is no regular pattern of arrangement of the constituent particles are there in the crystal, then it is called as defect or imperfections. Okay, now under imperfections or defects mainly we have two types. They are point defects and line defects. Point and line defects. What do you mean by point? It is a defect or a irregularity or a deviation is observed around an particular atom. So around the atom or an ion, if there is a defect, then we can call it as point defect. What is this line defect? So if you are considering the crystalline solid, if there is a irregularity is observed along any row, clear, along in any row, if there is a irregularity is observed, then such type of defect comes under line defects. Okay, here under point defects again there are three types. They are stoichiometric defects, non-stoichiometric defects, non-stoichiometric defects. Next is impurity defects. I'll explain one by one. So initially under point defects there are three types: stoichiometric, non-stoichiometric and impurity defects. Again in stoichiometric defects we have four types. They are vacancy defect. Okay, next is interstitial defect. Next is short key defect. We can also pronounce it like Schottky or short key defect. One more type is Frenkel defect. Okay, so in stoichiometric there are four different types. In non-stoichiometric there are mainly two types. They are metal excess of metal atoms, metal excess defect, and metal deficiency defect. metal excess and metal deficiency. Metal excess defect arises again by two ways. Metal excess defect due to extra cations at the interstitial site. What do you mean by interstitial? In the sense space, interstitial, or it may be void. Interstitial site. Metal excess defect due to extra cations at the interstitial, or metal excess defect due to anionic vacancies. Anionic vacancies. Okay. So now let us study in all these types in detail. First you consider under point defects, we have three types here: stoichiometric, non-stoichiometric and impurity defects. Now let us deal with stoichiometric defects. So what are stoichiometric defects? Stoichiometric in the sense, in any crystalline solid, the ratio or cation to anion ratio, if it in ionic solid, if you consider crystalline solid is an ionic, for example sodium chloride crystal, potassium chloride, where the number of cations and anions, if they are equal, they are in equal ratio, then it is termed as stoichiometry. Whereas non-stoichiometric in the sense, the ratio is not same. The cation to anion ratio is not same. If it is not same, then it is non-stoichiometric. So here in stoichiometric, the number of cations and anions are same. So now make 5 columns. In the first column you write type of the defect like this. Next solid. Next you write the definition. In the third column you write definition. Next density, structure, crystal structure after the defect. Okay, what is defect? It is the imperfections or no regular pattern of arrangement is observed, maybe due to any reasons, like if we heat the sample or a crystal, there may be a interchange of the particles, so that kind of a defect. So here in stoichiometric we have 4 types. Vacancy, so I'll write here one by one. So under stoichiometric defects, type of the defect, first defect is vacancy defect. Okay, vacancy defect, it is exists only in non-ionic solids. Non-ionic, the solid is non-ionic. Other than ionic solids, you cannot consider sodium chloride, potassium chloride here. You have to take non-ionic. So non-ionic solids. Before writing the definition here, I'll just write the structure. Vacancy defect, the crystal structure after the defect. If there is a vacancy defect, what may be the structure? See here. So these are all the constituent particles in crystalline solids. Clear? Either they are atoms or molecules and not ions, because it is non-ionic solid. So these are atoms, it may be atoms or molecules. Okay, this is a perfectly crystalline solid now. No imperfection, no defects in it. But I need to explain the vacancy. What is this vacancy defect? See, if all the lattice sites are now occupied by the constituent particles. if what I am doing here is I'll delete one of the constituent particle from the lattice side. So I'll deleted one of the particle from the lattice side. Now this particular solid is said to have vacancy defect. What is vacancy defect? If the lattice points are vacant, then such type of defect is called vacancy defect. So I'll write the definition as, what is vacancy defect? If some of the lattice, not all, some of the lattice points, lattice points means its position, lattice points are vacant. Okay, if some of the lattice point which contains what? Particle. So if some of the lattice points, some of the particle at the normal, its original position, if the particle disappears, if some of the lattice points are vacant, then such type of defect is vacancy defect. Vacancy defect. Clear? Now what happens to the density of the solid? If there is a vacancy defect, what happens to the density? Density in the sense it is mass by volume, right? It is a ratio between mass and volume. So density is directly proportional to mass. See here, now the particle is not there. So if you consider per unit volume, the number of atoms are decreased or less. So the number of atoms less here. So what about the mass? Mass decreases. So which is directly proportional to density. So density decreases. Understood? So that is about first type under stoichiometric. Now the second type is interstitial defect. What is interstitial? Consider the crystal structure like this. So these are the constituent particles. This is a perfectly ordered crystal. Now see here, the particle from the lattice site or a normal site dislocates from the normal position and it will appears at the interstitial in the sense the space which is there between four spheres. So one particle from the normal position changes its position and it will occupy an interstitial site. Just the displacement. So one particle from its normal position displaces from the position, its original position, and it will appear at the new position, at the interstitial. Such type of defect is called interstitial. What is interstitial? Particle from the normal site, normal position dislocates and enters into interstitial site. Okay, from the normal position the particle goes to an interstitial site, or it goes to the gap between the spheres, or it may occupy the empty space or between the spheres, void. Okay, now this type of defect is also exist in non-ionic solids. Only in non-ionic solids this type of defect is seen. Density. Now what happens to the density of this crystal? Whether initially there are how many particles? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 14, 15, 16. So total there are how many particles? You may count here. So now after the dislocation, is there any changes in the number of particles? No, just the particle changed its position and it enters to the interstitial site. So if you consider the per unit volume, the number of atoms remains the same, whereas in case of vacancy, one particle is less over there, so mass is less. But if you consider in this crystal, the number of atoms remains the same. What about the mass? It remains same. What about the density? Density also remains the same. it remains same. Clear? So under stoichiometric defects, vacancy defect and interstitial defects, they both exist only in non-ionic solids. Now the third type is Schottky and Frenkel defect. Very, very important type of stoichiometric defects. Under stoichiometric, now let us discuss Schottky defect and Frenkel defect. Hope you all understood. Next, you write or make two columns again. In the first column, you write Schottky defect. In the next column, you write Frenkel defect. Directly we can differentiate. Okay. So Schottky defect, Frenkel defect. Schottky and Frenkel. Okay. Very important question you may get for the final exam. You may ask to write the differences between Schottky defect and Frenkel defect. Important topic. Okay. So what do you mean by Schottky defect? See, Schottky and Frenkel defect always exist in ionic solids only. It is in ionic solids. So I'll consider here an ionic solid. Maybe it is sodium chloride. Take it as sodium chloride crystal. So all the lattice sites are occupied by Na plus cation, next Cl minus anion, again sodium plus Cl minus, like this, again Cl minus, Na plus. So I'll just write like this, minus plus, plus minus, plus minus. What does it mean? Plus in the sense cation minus anion. So all the lattice sites are occupied by cations and anions. So this is a perfectly crystalline solid now, having no imperfection in it. Now Schottky defect means, see, one of the cation Na plus and one of the anion gets deleted or disappears from the lattice site. What I did here is I removed one cation Na plus ion and one Cl minus ion. Now there is a defect, there is a irregularity in this solid. So thus this type of defect is known as Schottky defect. What is Schottky defect? Equal number of cations and anions are missing from the lattice. Clear? Equal number. If I want to delete 2 Na plus ions, I have to delete 2 Cl minus ions also. So equal number of cation, positively charged ions and negatively charged ions are missing from the lattice site, then such type of defect is called Schottky defect. Very, very important. What is the definition of the Schottky defect? Equal number of cations and anions are missing, which is known as Schottky. What is Frenkel defect? Same, it is also exist in ionic solid. I'll consider zinc oxide solid, where the cation present is Zn2 plus and anion is O2 minus. Clear? So I'll write here, this is plus. Plus indicates what? Zn2 plus in zinc ions. Minus indicates what? Indicates what? Oxide ion, O2 minus. Okay. So this is a perfectly crystalline solid, perfectly ordered solid. Now, one of the cation plus positively charged ion dislocates from the normal, this is a normal position, and it will appear at the interstitial site. From the normal position to interstitial in the sense between the spheres. So these are all the spheres here. This is anion, cation, anion. What is this? This is O2 minus, Zn2 plus ion, O2 minus. So one cation from the normal position dislocates and it enters into, or it appears at the interstitial site. Such type of defect is called Frenkel defect. What is the definition of Frenkel defect? Smaller the sized cation. One thing you remember always, the size of the cation is smaller than the anion. Here I am not explained or represented like that. So always the size of the cation is always smaller than the anion. Why it is so? We were explained in the first year classes. Why the cation the size is always smaller than its anion. Okay, here in Frenkel defect, smaller the cation, it dislocates from the normal position and it will occupy the interstitial site. Then this type of defect is known as Frenkel defect. So smaller sized cation, first difference, smaller sized cation dislocated and appears at interstitial site. Okay, in Schottky equal number of cations and anions are missing, whereas in Frenkel no missing of ions, just the interchange of ions. From the normal to it will occupy the interstitial place. Okay, that is the first difference. We can write here the definition of both the defects. Next, what happens to the density? Density, see here what I did, one cation, I removed one cation and one anion. So if you consider the per unit volume, the number of atoms, ions are decreases. Mass, what happens to the mass? Decreases, of course. So density, which is directly proportional to mass, so density decreases in Schottky defect. Whereas in Frenkel defect, what happened? In Frenkel defect, there is no missing of ions, just the interchange of the ions takes place. Is there any changes in the number of atoms? No, number of atoms remains the same. So mass remains the same, density is also same here. So density remains same. That is the second difference. Third difference about the size. See, in Schottky defect, the size of cation and anion are almost same. There is a comparable sizes of cation and anion. Anion matte cation size almost same irbeku, comparable size. Whereas in Frenkel alli enadu cation normal position inda hogi void alli kutkonಡದ್ದು ಹೌದಾ. So in order to occupy the void, the empty space, it is so smaller gap, right? So in order to occupy the interstitial site, the size of the cation must be smaller, so small. That means here we can write size of anion is greater than size of cation. Yes or no? Because where in Frenkel defect the size of the cation is always smaller than that of anion. The last you can write the examples, but while writing the differences you cannot write the examples, but I'll write here. So Schottky defect, sodium chloride crystal which exhibits Schottky type of defect, potassium chloride, silver bromide, these are all the examples of ionic solids which exhibit Schottky defect. Whereas Frenkel defect examples, zinc oxide crystal, silver chloride, silver bromide. See, you can see here silver bromide, it shows Schottky defect. There also silver bromide I have written which also exhibit Frenkel defects. So the silver bromide, this particular solid or a crystal which shows both the type of defects, which exhibit a Schottky defect also and as well as Frenkel defect also. Clear? So very very important topic, write the differences between Schottky and Frenkel. Now under point defects we have discussed the stoichiometric defects, 4 types: vacancy, interstitial, Schottky, Frenkel. Next, we'll discuss non-stoichiometric defects. Non-stoichiometric. So write the side heading non-stoichiometric defects. What is non-stoichiometry? The cation to anion ratio is not same. See, suppose if I write cation to anion ratio in any solid, if it is equal to 100, equal number of cations, there are 100 cations, 100 anions, then it is stoichiometric. But here we need non-stoichiometric. If there are only 99 number of cations and 100 number of anions, or the number of cations are 100 here, 99 here. So these are all non-stoichiometry. There is no definite ratio between cations and anions. The cation to anion ratio, if they are not same, then it comes under non-stoichiometry. Okay. Under that, under non-stoichiometric, we have the first type, metal excess. Metal excess. Excess of metals, metal excess. Due to, I'll explain first, due to anionic vacancy. Under metal excess, we have again two types, right? Due to anionic vacancy. See, this is what is this? Ionic solid. The lattice sites are occupied by cation, anion, cation, anion. Clear? Now, we need metal excess. If you count the number of anions and cations here, see how many cations are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cations, 6 anions. Now it is stoichiometric, but if what I am doing here is I'll delete one of the anion. So what happens? There is a vacancy now. Which type of vacancy? Anionic, because at that position anion is there, now it is not there, so it is anionic vacancy. So now you may check the number. Cations, the same, 6. What about the anions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is to 5. That means there is an excess number of cations. Here I have written metal. Is there any link between metal and cation? Yes, of course. Metals are always electropositive elements. They loses electrons. So metal always, what happens if metal loses its any electron? See, it will convert into unipositive ion. It is converts into a cation. So cation in the sense nothing but metal. So here in this example, there is a excess number of cations due to anionic vacancy. Now I'll explain this concept with the example. It is there in your syllabus. See, suppose sodium chloride crystal, NaCl. I'll write here, this is Na plus, Cl minus, Na plus, Cl minus, Cl minus, Na plus, Cl minus, like this. Consider sodium chloride crystal. Now, let us heat the sodium chloride crystal in the presence of sodium lamp or sodium vapor. What I am doing here is I am heating the sodium chloride crystal by taking sodium chloride crystal in the presence of sodium lamp, sodium vapors. I am passing again a sodium vapor here. Now, in the vapor, the sodium atoms are present. What happens? Those sodium atoms, because of the energy absorbed by the incident or absorbed by the vapors, it loses its electron. The sodium atoms which are present in the vapors, because of the energy, they lose their electron to form Na plus and electron. Clear? Now, inside the crystal sample, one of the Cl minus ion, okay, one of the Cl minus ion it will diffuses out. It will diffuses. It will, one of the Cl minus ion, it will diffuses out to the surface of the crystal, where it combines with the Na plus ion, it will form NaCl. By creating which type of vacancy? Anionic, because at that position anion was there, Cl minus was there, but now what happened? The chloride minus, it will diffuse to the surface by creating a vacancy, anionic vacancy at the normal position. Now you may check the number of cations and anions here. See the sodium ions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number of sodium ions 6 here. What about the chloride? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5. So here in the crystal, metals are in excess number. By creating a vacancy, anionic vacancy, one thing you remember, even if it is non-stoichiometric or stoichiometric, there must be a electrical neutrality. Very, very important. Electrical neutrality must be maintained. Electrical neutrality. What is this? Number of negative charges. Total number of negative charges must be equal to total number of positive charges. Okay, now what happened? Now there is a vacancy. One anion, when one chloride ion is missing. See, if you check or if you observe the positive charges, see there are 6 Na plus ions. That means 6 positive charges are there. What about Cl minus? Only 5. That means minus 5 charges. So electrical neutrality is not maintained. In order to maintain the electrical neutrality, the electron from this electron, it will occupy the anionic site. Here electron will occupy this position in the place of Cl minus ion. Now electron will come to balance the electrical neutrality. Clear? Now the charge is minus 6. So the plus 6 is equal to minus 6. Electrical neutrality is maintained, but there are excess number of cations here, whereas less number of anions. So metal excess defect due to anionic vacancy. Now this center is anionic vacancy, which is occupied by an electron, is called by the term F center. Very, very important for 1 mark. What is F center? It is an anionic site which is occupied by the electron. Because of the F center in the sodium chloride crystal, it looks like yellowish color. See, sodium chloride we are using, so it is a common salt. What is the color? White in color. If there is no defect, see, if there is no defect, in the absence of defect, if there is no F center, sodium chloride looks like white in color. If there is a defect called F center is there, then sodium chloride crystal has got, or it gets yellow color. Remember, what is F center? F center, it is an anionic site which is occupied by the unpaired electrons. Clear? Lithium chloride, one more type of solid, it appears or it looks like pink color. Why it is pink? Again due to the presence of F center. Even potassium chloride, KCl, it is a violet in color because of the F center. Clear? So metal excess defect under that first type due to anionic vacancy. Now what is the second type? Metal excess due to extra cations at the interstitial site. One more type, second type, under metal excess only, that is due to extra cations at the interstitial site. Okay, at the interstitial site, see zinc oxide. It's a white colored solid at room temperature, and as the temperature increases, it will loses its oxygen. Here what happens? Zn in the zero oxidation state, it will converts into +2 state by releasing 2 electrons, and oxygen like this, half O2. To balance it, I written here half of O2 gives single oxygen. So I'll consider the zinc oxide crystal. The lattice sites are now occupied by Zn2 plus, O2 minus, Zn2 plus, O2 minus. Like this. This is a zinc oxide crystal. So what happens on increasing the temperature? The extra cations may appear. Extra cations may appear along with the Z, or the normal particles. See, extra cations, whatever the generated, they enters into interstitial site like this. Extra cations at the interstitial site. Now look at the number of cations. See, 6, already there are 6, again one more Zn2 plus ion, so the cations here 7 now. What about oxide ion? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, anion 6, 7 is to 6. Metal X now, metal X due to which type of defect? Extra cation at the interstitial site. What about the electrical neutrality, whether the positive charges they are equal to negative charges? Just observe. See, there are 7 Zn2 plus ions. What is the charge? Each Zn having plus 2 charges. So 7 multiplied by 2, it is plus 14 charges. So we need minus 14 negative charges also. Is there minus 14? See, the number of oxygen only 6 here. So 6 multiplied by each oxygen is having minus 2 charge. So 6 into 2, it is 12. Electrical neutrality is not maintained. So in order to maintain the electrical neutrality, whatever these 2 electrons are there here, it will enters into the crystal, and it will in the neighboring, in the adjacent of Zn2 plus ions, these 2 electrons are occupied. Now there are extra 2 electrons, so now their negative charges, they get neutralized. Plus 14 is equal to minus 14, and cations, the number of cations are more here. So it is metal excess due to extra cations at the interstitial site. Clear? So we have stoichiometric defects, where we have discussed 4 different types: vacancy, interstitial, Schottky, Frenkel. Next we had non-stoichiometric defects. There are 2 types: metal excess, under that due to anionic vacancy and due to extra cations. Now the second type under non-stoichiometric, metal deficiency defect. Metal deficiency, the name itself indicates deficiency of metals. In the first type it is excess, metal excess. So now let us discuss metal deficiency defect. Metal deficiency defect. Metal deficiency, I'll consider FeO crystal. FeO, like this. The lattice sites are occupied by Fe2 plus ion, then O2 minus, Fe2 plus, O2 minus. Clear? This is FeO crystal. Now count the number of cations and anions. Fe2 plus ions. Initially, cation and anion ratio. How many are there? 6 is to 6. There are 6 Fe2 plus ions and 6 O2 minus ions. Now I am deleting 3 Fe2 plus. See, before that, in FeO crystal, ion which exist or which exhibit two type of oxidation states, right or wrong? +2 and +3. Variable oxidation states for iron is possible. Iron also exists in +2 state, then we can call it as ferrous. If iron exists in +3 state, then it is ferric. Even in case of copper, if copper in +1, then it is cuprous. If copper is in +2 state, then it is cupric. So here iron exists or exhibit two different types of oxidation states or valencies. Okay, now I'll remove 3 Fe2 plus ions. Let us remove 3 Fe2 plus ions from the lattice. See, this is 1 Fe2 plus ions. I removed 1, 2, wait. Okay. I removed 1 Fe2 plus ions and one more Fe2 plus ion, again one more Fe2 plus ions. Okay, and I'll add 2 Fe3 plus ions. Why I am introducing 3 plus Fe3 plus ions, ferric ions? Because iron can exist both oxidation states. So if I deleted 3 Fe2 plus ions from the lattice and let us add 2 Fe3 plus ions. What happens to this side? This one of the Fe3 plus ions, it will go here, Fe3 plus, and one more Fe3 plus ions will occupy this position. Now there is one vacancy, right? Now you check the number of cations and anions in the crystal. How many ions are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5. What about the number of anions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is there any deficiency of metal? Yes. In the crystal there is a deficiency of metal. What about the electrical? What about the charge? Plus minus charge. They are same or not? See, initially I took only Fe2 plus ions. How many are there? 6. So 6 into 2, 12 negative charges. 6 multiplied by 2, 12 positive charges and 12 negative charges. Now you check here. Once again there are 6 oxide ions, so minus 2, again it is 12. What about the, see, I removed 3 Fe2 plus ions in the sense 2:3, 6. I deleted 6 negative charge, positive charges. I introduced 2 Fe3 plus in the sense +3 plus 6 charge gets balanced here. So the number of positive charges which is equal to number of negative charges. So electrical neutrality is maintained, but only thing is there is a less number of ion. So the ratio is 5:6. It is an example for metal deficiency defect. In the exam you may write example for the, you may ask to write the given example for metal deficiency defect. In the textbook it is given 0.93. See, FeO, where the composition of iron is 0.93. What about the oxygen? It is 1. 1 is 2.93. This is 1 ratio. You may check here. There is a deficiency of iron. Is an example for metal deficiency. Or one more example it is given in your textbook, that is iron 0.96 oxygen. These are also an examples for metal deficiency defect. See, in the entrance exam you may get questions like, you may ask to calculate the, in Fe 0.93 to oxygen, the number of, calculate the number of Fe2 plus ions and how many Fe3 plus ions are there, or you may ask to calculate the ratio between Fe3 plus and Fe2 plus in this solid. So that we will discuss in the separate CET classes. Okay, now this is about metal deficiency defect. Examples, FeO, or we can write like this, iron with 0.93 and oxygen, or Fe composition 0.96 with oxygen. Okay, so this is about metal non-stoichiometric defects, under that metal deficiency defect. Now the third type is impurity defects. Impurity, so under point defects we have 3 types, right? One is stoichiometric, non-stoichiometric and impurity defects. Now let us discuss Impurity defects. It's a simple topic. What is impurity? The name itself indicates we are adding any external or foreign atoms to a particular crystal. So impurity defects. Impurity defects. See, I'll consider sodium chloride crystal, NaCl. So this is NaCl, sodium chloride. Take molten form of sodium chloride, molten in the sense melt form, not a solid form of NaCl. So here we have to take molten or a fused melt form of sodium chloride crystal. Now I'll introduce strontium chloride to this during the crystallization process. So one process called crystallization where we are introducing some external atom or a substances to a particular crystal in order to enhance the crystallization. So what happens if we add strontium chloride to a melt form of NaCl? To a molten form of sodium chloride, if we add strontium chloride, then here in strontium chloride you can check the oxidation state of strontium. It is +2. It is a divalent ion, whereas in NaCl, sodium is in +1 state. It is monovalent. Valence is 1. Here in strontium, it is divalent. This 1 strontium 2+ ion, it will enters into the crystal and it occupies or it replaces 2 Na+ ions. Why 2 Na+? Because the strontium having valency 2. So neutralize the charge. It has to replace 2 Na+ like this to one of the position or just 1 strontium ion. It will occupy one of the position of the sodium, leaving one more position as a vacant. Now this type of defect is called impurity defects. Now in a sodium chloride crystal we have an impurity atom, whereas electrical neutrality is balanced here. Clear? Also we can take one more example, that is AgCl and cadmium chloride. So if you take melt form of AgCl, if we introduce cadmium chloride, which is a divalent ion, see cadmium is in the +2 state. If we add this cadmium chloride, then it will replaces 1 cadmium 2+ ion replaces 2 Ag+ ions. So these are all examples for impurity defects. So that is about imperfections or defects in solids. Clear? Okay. ఎంత